Fog Entertainment, they ranked a lot more deaths than I'm comfortable with. Welcome back to the channel. Only 12 of them's getting ranked, because you know what? We may have had about 50 odd saviors get massacred, but I'm not going to go through every single one. You're not going to go through every single one. There's no point. Primo, Michelle, all the other guys. We actually did include the Saviour Outpost, and we did include the bikers, but for the most part, every death was a bit El Generico, you know, their heads getting grabbed, and Glenn and, you know, Heath greeting into each other's eyes and putting a knife slowly into the temple of the skull. It was just it was like Control Delete, wasn't it?
It was. We're not going to rank them all. We're not called Trev's Jan 2, so yeah, we don't have time for that.
Yep, 12th spot though, we've got the JSS attacks. Now, they all did have names, but I, for one, do not remember these jobbers. They get a 3-minute or a 3-second scene with Carol in the morning. We're baking cookies, and then 10 minutes later, the wolves that reek of shite and never have a bath in their life jump the walls and start stabbing them, and then Carol's feeling bad. Oh, the people I used to make cupcakes with are dead. Honestly, like, it's all the same deaths. Like, there's not one unique thing here. They get stabbed, and then a few walkers reanimate, and they might, like, attack a few people in Alexandria. See, in the JSS episode, no one meaningful died, and you know, when you've got people out here on the WA tube, they're making out it was the greatest episode of all time. It was fucking cringe. Morgan running around with a stick.
And the only guy with a name for the wolves didn't die either, so it's like, oh, what's the point?
What is the point? Just survive somehow. Hopefully you survive this list. 11th spot, we get Tina. I thought this absolutely sucked, right? Daryl is following these three about. She goes into the greenhouse, starts greeting, then gets attacked as Dwight and Sherry look on, and then they pull her off, and then she just dies. Like, it happened out of nowhere. Honestly, she didn't need to die.
No, but here's some good old shock value.
Some good old shock value, damn it. 10th spot, we got Deanna. Hate Diana. She got bit in the melee. And then you've got the scene where she has the last stand. She's spraying at the walkers. She's screaming.
No melee?
What?
Is it no melee?
What do you mean melee? You
said melee.
Melee?
Is it no melee?
Melee. Made a melee. But Diana's shite, I'll tell you that much, man. And you know what I've got a big problem with this death is? Diana doesn't deserve to have this badass death. But also, how does she end up outside the walls for Spencer and Michonne to kill in like 4 episodes' time?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. She couldn't shoot for shit, but then she's bit and she starts taking a stand and starts fucking sniping everybody, like, you know what I mean? All these clean shots. You're like, what's going on here?
Yeah, but how does she end up outside the walls as a walker? She would either get ate alive, right? Because she would have ran out of bullets. Or
locked
she would
herself in a room or something and couldn't get out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, look at the amount of walkers that died in Alexandria during No Way Out, man. But we have to give something for Spencer and Michonne to do in a few episodes' time. You know, I've never seen a show, right, go for like some great writing to like completely insulting your intelligence overnight.
No, Walking Dead's done a good job of doing that. Like.
It did. 9th spot, we have got the Saviour Outpost. We are talking about everybody in there. We are including the people that Maggie and Carol killed. We're including Primo, who Rick just shot in the dome. We're including everyone that got stabbed. I mean, they're all a bit generic, weren't they, man? It was all a bit... Nothing really stood out. I mean, I like Primo saying I'm Negan, but am I supposed to get down on my hands and knees? And
yeah, I mean, I personally think these deaths should have been individual, like, because, I mean, there was quite a lot of individuality. I mean, I agree with the ones inside the building. I think they could have been all wiped together, but, I mean, you're adding in the ones that were on the other outposts. It's just way too much today, so...
We're all in the same building.
No, they weren't.
You had the Saviour Outpost, which was the antenna building, and then beside it you had the slaughterhouse, which they were in. So it was the same compound. It was all in the same field. It's pretty much the gist I'm getting at. Do you remember any of their names?
No.
And that is where things go south, but we're going to take a wee turn east, because 8th spot is...
Eastman,
they got bit. You know what? I think this guy could be lower. I like the guy. I like the character. But he gets bit. Morgan's getting attacked, right? And he jumps in between Morgan and the walker and puts his back to the walker. You just don't do it. See, for a guy that was, like, you know, hyped up and portrayed as this, like, survivalist, what's he doing?
Making millions of moves.
This is like trying to evade a sniper and putting your forehead at the scope. You're going to get shot.
Yeah, it's not a good idea.
You're going to get burned. And, yeah, and then he just dies. And it's like, And even after it, Morgan's still having a go at him. I fucking hate Morgan. Look how garbage the Morgan character is, man. Eastman done a lot for him, and then Eastman dies, and then as soon as Morgan finds the terminus train tracks, well, that's him automatically save everyone mode. I thought it was very, very cringe. 7th spot, we have got the big man, or the big boy, Sam. Yeah, Carol basically mentally tortured this kid and got him killed. And yet, we're currently in 2024, where she's in the Book of Carol, and she's just portrayed as this, protagonist.
What else do you want her to portray her as? Like, she's been a protagonist her whole life.
Yeah, but look at the state of this, man. Actually, like, mentally torturing like a 10-year-old. Refers to genders. Say this is like a 45-year-old man, right? Mentally torturing like a 10-year-old girl.
Oh, aye, they'd be killing him, and they'd be like spitting on his grave, and Rick be like, he can't be buried inside Alexandria.
Rightfully, it's fucking sick, man.
Sure, look, I don't want to go into a rant here about a completely different show, but even when you watch the latest episode of The Walking Dead, the Book of Carol, like when Carol's explaining the journey and ride she's got here to, she makes a joke, she makes light heart of the fact that her and her male friend had to, make a pit stop in Greenland, and he was almost used as a sperm donor.
Yeah. Bit of banter.
Switch the fucking genders and say Carol's with a female called like Ashlyn or something like that, or Ashley, and it's two guys. You tell me that's the narrative, and that's the dialogue that they're going with. Oh, there was two guys, and they basically just wanted they wanted her to be the baby carrier for their babies.
I'd rather laugh, into it. No, they would have been betrayed as like Jeffrey Epstein. But yeah, for Sam's death,
worse than him.
Worse than him. Definitely, but for Sam's death, it was a bit generic. And then up next we got his mom. She kept on holding on to the hand of Rick. Rick, I see red. He whipped out the hatchet, cut her hand off. Good night, we move on.
Should have been higher. I think that one was pretty good, her death.
You know what? I see your point, but for me, the scene lasted too long. They were surrounded by walkers.
So it's almost like this list was just rushed in or something, wasn't it? Like, I mean,
almost, but I'll tell you what was rushed into 5th spot. Ethan. Rick just shoved the knife straight into Ethan. And the hilltop just looked around, man, and went, "Oh, Rick, you're our new leader, son."
Yeah, you know what, man? I don't give a shit what this Ethan guy had done or what hadn't done, right? This happened so quick and so sudden. Why are people not pissed off here? Why are people not wanting Rick's blood on their hand? He killed one of the hilltop's people, and they just forgot about it. Oh well, that's it.
No, but it was so ridiculous.
Oh, Ethan tried to kill fucking Jeffrey. They hate Jeffrey or whatever his name is.
Gregory,
that's
yeah, but no, I don't get about that, right? They clearly seen there was a new group in town with like assault rifles, and this Ethan guy tries to stab Gregory. Like, obviously, it was going to end tits up.
That kill just wasn't justified.
No, it wasn't justified, but the whole scene was ridiculous, man. Like, why not be like, "Oh, there's a new group in town with assault rifles here. Maybe I'll say here, Negan wants his head." But maybe we can fake it, and we can you can help us, and we'll give you half of the supplies. But no, we don't want to give. I mean, could you imagine, right, if someone walked into Alexandria and did this?
Oh no!
Killed somebody in the streets.
Alexandrians would just be like, "It's all right, Rick. Who's that? Oh, is that Carl? Is that my son you just killed? I don't worry about it."
It's all right, big man. 4th spot, we have got the bikers, the Saviour bikers. We got Ron, wait, what? His name wasn't Ron. It was Bud? That was it. Bud was sitting in the middle of the street. Rocket launcher goes off, kills all of them. I mean, I think it's a pretty cool shot, right? But one rocket launcher wiping out 20 bikers. It's a little bit far-fetched, bro. And also the fact they didn't hear Daryl battering the guy at the back of the truck.
Yeah, I mean, it was a big Tony or something, takes Daryl into the back of the truck, then we just never see him again.
Pumps him in the back of the truck or something.
Although, I mean, I guess the Saviours didn't know that Daryl was going to be rocking up a fucking grenade launcher on the back, did they?
No, they didn't know that. Into the podium.
But then again, you know what? That's why you don't only send one guy with Daryl.
Yeah, I know you've got like 20 guys, send 5.
Yeah, but why you got your fucking whole crew? Or at least 2, do you know what I mean? Like, why do you have your whole crew fucking on Abraham and Sasha? but you send one guy into the back of the truck with Darrow, he can't see shit.
And there could have been like...
You know how many people they've got in the back of the truck?
Aye.
You just do not know. Honestly, man, it's dumb. So fucking dumb.
Yeah.
But these are supposed to be experienced,
Survivals?
survivalists or whatever. But we've never been in that kind of situation, and we wouldn't allow that to happen.
We've kind of buried like every death because some of them are just ridiculous. It's like, look at Eastman. Like, why did he put his back in front of the walker? Crazy time, damn it. Third spot, we've got Ron. He pulls the gun. Michonne sticks the sword through the back of him. Again, just killing this 15-year-old kid. I mean, I get it, he's pulled a gun, but if Carl pulled a gun, do you think Michonne would have done this?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. His bullet goes off, kills Carl, and then he gets out alive. So that's third spot. Second spot, we've got Denise. I absolutely hate it, the monologue she gave, but you gotta fight for it, you know.
Who the fuck do you think she is? Shane Walsh?
Yeah. No, then she was like comparing herself with Daryl. Oh, we both had brothers. Do not, Denise, listen here, you fat, specky bastard. Do not compare your brother to Merle Dixon. I don't give a shit who he is. See the fact he's related to her by blood? He can't be any good.
Pretty much, aye.
I mean, I see her brother. Do you think he went out doing commando roles and fucking sniping like 50 people?
Listening to Motorhead?
Aye.
Yes, of friends.
Getting his fingers spit. I ain't gonna beg. No, he probably got fucking pegged more like. Anyway, Denise gets shot through the eye with the arrow. I mean, I thought the death was good with Dwight, but I thought her speech before it was fucking cringe. Anyway, first spot, we've got Nicholas, Jolly, Saint Nick. Jumped on the dumpster, said goodbye. Bang, bang, good night.
Yeah, thank you. Definitely one of the best episodes of Season 6. Definitely one of the best deaths of Season 6. And you know what? I actually really enjoyed the whole Glenn-Nicholas dynamic. I think they should have made this last longer. Because honestly, man, see once Nicholas died, I think Glenn's Season 6 went down the toilet. There was nothing for him. Nothing. Yeah. Glenn didn't really do anything up until he took his first kill. And they kind of done that to, foreshadow him.
And then he took his first death.
Well, your first death's normally your last death, but for me, see the Nicholas thing. Could that not happen at No Way Out?
No, I agree, yeah, well, why not?
No, could it not have?
I think so. I ain't going to add it to No Way Out. Would it have subtracted away from episode 3?
Well, absolutely,
yes,
aye,
but for the sake of television, I think they should have dragged it out. No, see this Walking Dead season, so overrated, man. See the first 8 episodes, it's like specific episodes on certain groups, and half the time they don't even do anything. Then the last 8 are just building up towards the sea.
No Way Out was basically just the not the Matthews family, what are they called?
The Matthews, No Way Out.
It begins with an M. Jessie, what's her name?
Jessie, Ron, Sam.
Aye, what's her name? M, something M.
I don't think it is M.
I think it is.
I don't know what it is. Masters?
No, I don't think it. Anyway, it was basically just that family getting wiped out so Rick could make room for his new family.
Marston. Jesse Marston. Anyway, Nicholas in at number 1 spot. It is what it is. Obviously, next season we're going to have Glenn and Abraham. Just to give a wee spoiler ahead, whose death was better between the two? We haven't watched the scene yet, so this is like off 8 year ago memory.
I think Abraham's like...
Yeah, I think Abraham's.
Yeah, for me. Abraham.
Yeah.
But here, maybe there's some other good deaths.
I feel like Glenn was simply just killed, though, because Abraham's not enough. See if Abraham...
I think Abraham was the cop-out answer, wasn't it?
I think if Abraham is like... People, he's an A-lister, he's a fucking superstar. If he was, they would just kill him.
You don't kill 2 A-listers in the same scene.
Well, that is it. Yo, I honestly...
Even Glenn, I think... Argue at that stage he's a fucking B-lister.
No, that's what I was going to say. I don't... See, by season 7, I think Rick's only A-lister.
Nah. Put it this way. See if they somehow had the balls to kill Rick in that scene, Rick would have been the one and only death.
Aye.
They would not have been...
No exceptions.
They would not have been sharing Rick's death, right? And I think probably the same with Daryl, to be fair, even though I don't really like the guy. But honestly, I think with Glenn and Abraham, it was like, they can't just do Glenn, because that would just be the boring that would be the boring death since it's the same as the comics. And I think like they probably feel, well, we can't just do Abraham because then you're it's just a cop-out. You're switching Abraham for Glenn, and everyone's expecting Abraham to die. So it's almost like they thought, right, well, people don't want us just to do Glenn, and people don't want us just to do Abraham, so we'll do them both.
Yeah. I mean, looking back, I do think doing both was correct. I feel like when you do that cliffhanger and you wait, you kind of have to do it. But at the same time, I think killing those two decimated Rick's group.
But you know what? You know what also it could have been? It could have just been they actually wanted it to be Glenn that died, but they wanted it to be a surprise, and they felt like the only way they could have it be a surprise would be by Glenn dying second.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest, I'd never seen that coming. Never.
No, I thought Glenn was going to live.
But you know what? I mean, who else could it have went to? I mean, we pretty much... it was just Negan. He was never going to bash a woman's head in.
Or a kid.
Or Carl.
Or Eugene.
No.
Or Aaron.
No.
He was always going to pick Abraham for me.
We heard in that story that he supposedly bashed in a 16-year-old's brains in. But we weren't going to see that. Even though in the show, I think Carl's supposed to be considerably younger than 16 at that point.
Yeah.
Carl's probably only supposed to be like 12 at that point, or 13.
Despite looking 18 or something.
Yeah. I mean, he's probably... he's definitely not any older than like 12, 13 at that point, so... But, aye.
That is season 6 wrapped up. I believe we've got 2 more theories to do. Then it will be... Well, I say it will be The Walking Dead season 7. We have got... Fear the Walking Dead to come in between now and then.
Fear the Walking Dead coming up soon. Also got Dexter season 4 and Game of Thrones season 3. We'll be looking forward to them. But that's it, guys, for the season 6 deaths here for The Walking Dead. My least Walking Dead season so far. And I've just got to feel it. Well, you know what? I think I will actually enjoy season 7 more than 6. I don't know why. I just think freshening it up a little bit with the new...
I feel like I know a lot. I feel like there's a lot of unknown with season 7. By that point, my interest was out the window, and I don't remember as much from season 7.
I just see the way...
No, see, as bad as I think that Walking Dead will become, at least we don't know a lot.
We're adding Negan and Simon into the mix. That's got to make it a little bit better.
No, but you know what I mean, though? As bad as season, 8, 9, 10, 11 could be, we don't know a lot.
And it's just going to be nice to see Rick not in charge for once, and Rick
on his arse.
Rick on the receiving end, so aye.
We'll see it then, guys, but till then, peace.